Hello everyone, I'm Chris for Learn British English Free on YouTube. Welcome. This is a topical lesson. As you can see, I'm going to be discussing the last few years and the cost of living crisis in Britain. It'll be very advanced, and I'll start by teaching you some key vocabulary which you probably won't know. So don't worry, please use the captions or subtitles to read along if you need help. If it seems a bit difficult, then that's normal because I'll be talking more like a native speaker in this case. I'm very interested to know your opinions. If you would like to share and write some comments, I will be giving you some insights into the problems in the UK in the last few years. But what about other countries? Maybe if you live in your home country, which is not the UK, how is it there? Is it the same? Is it better? Is it even a bit worse? It's possible. Please do share your thoughts because some of the things that lead towards a cost of living crisis affect most of the countries or all of the countries in the world, and some of them impact Britain alone. I won't go into those for obvious reasons, but please do let me know in your country what your experience is. I'm going to start by teaching some key vocabulary, which will be shown on the screen and you'll hear me talking over and explaining it. After that, I'll get into some more specific examples about what is going on here and some of the culprits. Here are the 5 terms I really wanted to go through in relation to the topic of this video, and I strongly recommend getting familiar with them if it's of interest to you. The title is Rip Off Britain. We can see at the top here, rip off is a noun, the 2 words joined by the hyphen, and it means when the price of something is really too high, as in someone's making us pay too much for it. For example, that product is a rip-off. And it's related to the phrasal verb to rip someone off. And it's interesting that the definitions refer to cheating in many ways. We can say that, for example, water companies in Britain are currently ripping people off. Cost of living is hard to quantify, but it refers to what we perceive to be expensive or not in terms of buying the really basic things we need, like food, clothes, energy, electricity, gas, and water. When we add crisis, we make cost of living crisis as a noun. Crisis refers to a very bad situation, even a disaster. And that's what's been happening here for the last few years, with the prices increasing for so many basic and important things. It's very difficult for many people to afford them. Finally, there is inflation, and this refers to how much the prices increase of things we need to buy. Normally from one point of a year to the next year, so we measure it year by year. And this is a key driver of the cost of living crisis because the prices of basic things increase a lot more than the money people get paid for work, for instance. About some specific examples from the UK now. At the end of that last piece, I mentioned inflation. One of the key drivers for this is the staple foods. In England, we have very expensive cheese in the shops. But this doesn't really make sense because most of the cheese is made in Britain and isn't transported very far. So why is it so expensive recently? On top of that, we can ask, why do supermarkets make such large profits recently in a lot of cases? I will leave you to consider the answers. I mentioned as well when discussing the vocabulary about water companies. The price of water is increasing year on year, and yet the company performance overall is very poor. Yet some of the staff, the senior staff and directors, get paid more and more money. In addition to that, the water companies break the law. They will release sewage and pollution into the rivers, and it is very slow for them to get punished. So what is going on there? Again, I won't go into the detail of it, but you can make up your own minds. When we talk about these problems with basic food, water, gas and electricity as well is a big problem, then it makes the issue of inflation so much worse, because when the price for our basic utilities, gas and electricity, basic foods is so high, it means that other companies have to charge more to cover the cost for their products and services. And the inflation gets worse and worse. The prices increase more and more, and it's very, very difficult for everyone. On that note, I will finish there. Like I said, I look forward to hearing your thoughts or reading them. Please do write some comments if you would like to share. And what is happening in your countries? Is it the same or is it different? Even though inflation has reduced recently, it's not as bad as before. The prices are still getting higher, albeit at a slower rate, and nothing is getting easier. That is all for this topic. Thank you very much for listening. I will be back soon with perhaps less controversial ones and getting more towards teaching some more familiar English. So please do join me for that. As always, I appreciate your time and your support. Please join me on Learn British English Free for the next lessons coming soon. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye for now.